Hello! We hope you're enjoying your stay at Toshi's place.
To help you make the most of your time in Kamakura, we've prepared this sightseeing guide.
Today, we'll introduce you to Kaizo-ji Temple.
Yeah, it's often called Kamakura's Temple of Flowers and Water, and for good reason.
Exactly. So, our sort of mission today is to explore Kaizo-ji. We want to dig into its pretty amazing history, some really interesting legends.
And give you, especially since you're right here at Toshi's place, all the tips you need to really make your visit special.
Right. We want you to know not just what you're looking at.
But why it's important, kind of give you that insider knowledge fast, make you feel like you really know the place.
Okay, so Kaizo-ji Temple. It's tucked away in the Ogigayatsu Valley. Very quiet, very peaceful. But its backstory is quite something, right? A real story of resilience.
Oh, definitely. Its journey is, well, pretty remarkable. It actually started way back mid-13th century, founded by Fujiwara no Nakayoshi, who was a pretty high-up official.
Under Prince Munetaka, the shogun at the time.
That's the one. But sadly, that first version of the temple, it didn't last. It was completely destroyed in the wars after the Kamakura shogunate fell. Early 14th century,
Yeah.
a really chaotic time.
Total destruction. So how did it come back? I mean, rising from the ashes like that, who brought it back to life?
Well, thankfully it was rebuilt. Beautifully rebuilt, actually, in the late 14th century. This was the Muromashi period.
Right, known for Zen Buddhism really flourishing alongside samurai culture.
Exactly. And the key people were Usugi Ujisada and Ashikaga Ujimitsu.
Right?
They really championed its revival, specifically as a Zen temple. Imagine that sense of renewal, literally rebuilding from ruins.
Incredible. And there's a really key figure tied to this rebirth, isn't there? The Zen master Jeno Zenji.
Ah, yes, Jeno Zenji, a very revered figure. His spiritual power was considered immense, so much so that he's linked to that famous, maybe slightly spooky legend of the Killing Stone, the Seshoseki.
Okay, the Killing Stone. I've heard bits about that. It involves a nine-tailed fox.
That's the one. The story goes there was this incredibly beautiful court lady, Tamamo no Mae, who was secretly a malevolent nine-tailed fox spirit causing all sorts of trouble.
Wow.
Yeah. And after she was finally defeated, her angry spirit got trapped in this particular rock. And the rock became so toxic, so dangerous, it was said to kill anything that came near it. Hence, the Killing Stone.
That sounds terrifying. So how does Jeno Zenji fit in? A Zen master and a deadly rock.
Well, the legend says Jeno Zenji went to the stone and chanted powerful sutras over it. And through his compassion and spiritual strength, he actually managed to pacify the angry spirit within the rock.
So he calmed it down, brought peace to it.
Exactly. It's this amazing testament to his power, but also to the idea of transformation,
Okay.
that even something so negative can find peace. And for visitors today, I think it gives Kaizo-ji this underlying feeling of deep peace, knowing it's connected to such a powerful story of redemption.
That makes sense. Okay, moving on from that intense past, Kaizo-ji also has these lovely nicknames, Temple of Flowers and Temple of Water.
Yeah.
It really lives up to them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What can people expect to see changing through the year?
Oh, absolutely. It's like the temple wears the seasons. In spring, you get these gorgeous flowering crab apples, delicate drooping plums. Just beautiful.
God.
Then summer brings these bright trumpet vines, and you see the lotuses looking so serene on the water. Autumn, well, autumn's spectacular. Bush clover, and of course those stunning maple leaves turning fiery red and gold.
Classic Kamakura autumn.
Right.
Yeah.
And even winter has its own quiet charm. Fragrant narcissus, these cheerful little Adonis flowers. There's always something beautiful to see, really. It's like a living calendar.
A living calendar, I like that. So let's talk about the water part, starting with that mysterious well, the Sokonuke no Ai, the bottomless well. There's a story connected to it about a poet.
Yes, Chiyono. It's a wonderful Zen story, really profound. So this well is called Bottomless. It said never to run dry. Chiyono, the story goes, was carrying water in an old bucket, probably leaky. And suddenly, the bottom of the bucket just breaks, falls out. But the water, the source, it's still there, uncontained. And in that moment, she supposedly grasped the essence of enlightenment, freedom from attachment. The bucket breaking freed the water. Just like letting go frees the mind.
Wow. That's quite a deep meaning for just a well.
Isn't it? It's not just a well, it's a teaching. It symbolizes liberation, clarity. Makes you think, doesn't it? What buckets are we holding on to?
Definitely food for thought. Okay, and then there's another water feature, the Juroku no Ai, a cave with 16 water outlets.
Yes, that's another fascinating spot. Legend connects it to Kobodaishi, a hugely important figure in Japanese Buddhism. He supposedly used the pure water from these outlets for medicine.
Ah, so it has healing connotations.
Exactly. It became known as Kongu Kudokusui, the water of diamond merit, believed to have spiritual purity, maybe even healing properties. Some also say the 16 outlets represent the 16 great bodhisattvas.
Enlightened beings who help others?
Precisely. Or maybe even old burial niches. So there are layers of meaning there too.
So, whether you're drawn by the flowers changing each season or these really thought-provoking water features, Kaizo-ji offers a really unique mix. What stands out most for you about these natural elements?
For me, it's how seamlessly the nature blends with the spiritual teachings. It's not just pretty, it's meaningful. But beyond the nature, there's even more depth, some fascinating spiritual and architectural secrets to uncover.
Okay, secrets. Like the Naki Yakushi. The crying Yakushi Buddha, that sounds like quite a story. Tell us about that one.
It really is a captivating one. So the legend goes back to Genna Zenji again, the temple's founder.
Hmm.
One night, he apparently heard what sounded like a child crying from somewhere behind the temple.
Okay, a bit eerie.
Maybe. But he followed the sound, and he found this faint golden light and a sweet smell coming from a small grave mound. Curious, he chanted sutras and then dug and uncovered the head of a Yakushi Buddha statue.
The head of a Buddha from a grave.
That's the story. And the truly amazing part is, the current Yakushi Buddha statue in the temple actually has that original ancient head enshrined inside its chest. There's a little door, and you can sometimes see it.
No way, so you can actually see this legendary relic.
Yes. It makes the legend feel so tangible, so real. It's quite something.
That really brings it to life. What about the temple's broader connections within Zen Buddhism?
Well, Kaizo-ji is part of the Kenchoji school of Rinzai Zen. And that's significant because Kenchoji itself is the oldest official Zen temple in Japan.
Ah, so it's connected to the very roots of Zen in Japan.
Exactly. It means you're tapping into a really direct lineage of practice when you're there, a very authentic Zen atmosphere. You can also spot a replica statue of Garanjin on the grounds that's a deity who protects Zen halls, and it's modeled directly on the original one at Kenchoji. Little details like that reinforce the connection.
Interesting. And for history buffs, especially those interested in Kamakura's unique features, there are also yagura, those cave tombs.
Yes, absolutely. You'll see some yagura on the grounds. These are typical of the Kamakura period burial caves carved right into the hillsides. Inside, you often find stone stupas or Grinto pagodas.
Those five-tiered pagodas representing the elements.
That's right. Earth, water, fire, wind, sky. They're important remnants of medieval burial customs, really unique to this area. Great little historical clues scattered around.
And speaking of historical buildings, there's the kuri.
Ah, yes, the kuri. It's that lovely thatched roof building. Dates back to the 18th century. It used to be the monks' living quarters and workspace.
So like the operational heart of the temple back then?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It gives you a real glimpse into the temple's daily life centuries ago. Beautiful traditional architecture. And one more thing. The Shinji Ike Pond.
The heart-shaped pond.
That's the one. It's behind the main hall. Now, you can't actually go right up to it. It's not open to the public.
Ah, okay.
But you can catch glimpses of it from certain points. And, there's something quite Japanese about that aesthetic, isn't there? Suggestion rather than full revelation. It leaves something to the imagination. Keeps you curious.
That's a nice way to put it. Keeps you looking. Okay, so for our listeners, especially those staying nearby at Toshi's place, let's get practical. How do you actually get there, and what are the top tips for visiting?
Good question. It's actually quite easy. It's about a 20-minute walk from Kamakura Station. Nice and scenic.
Yeah, and for anyone at Toshi's place, that walk is perfect, right? Especially maybe early morning or late afternoon.
Definitely. Those times are ideal. The temple tends to be much quieter then, more peaceful. You can really soak in the atmosphere without big crowds. Perfect if you want that serene experience.
And you could even link it up with other nearby temples like Jufukuji or Aishoji, make a nice little walking tour out of it.
Absolutely. Great idea. Now, key things to know. Opening hours are generally 9:30 a.m. to 4:00 p.m., but always good to double check, as times might shift for special events.
Good point. And admission.
Generally, it's free to enter the main grounds, or sometimes based on a small donation, which is lovely.
Very welcoming. But didn't you mention a small fee for the cave?
Ah, yes, the Jiroku no Ai Cave, the one with the 16 outlets. To visit that specific spot, it's just 100 yen. And how you pay is quite charming. There's an unmanned box under a red umbrella. You just pop your coin in there.
Aha. I love little local details like that. Adds character.
It really does. And speaking of photo ops, that red umbrella itself is quite iconic.
Right. And for photos, you mentioned autumn.
Oh, yes. In autumn, That pass leading up to the gate becomes this incredible tunnel of red maple leaves and golden ginkgo leaves. It's stunning.
Sounds amazing. Best time for photos then.
Early morning, maybe with a bit of mist, is magical. Or late afternoon, that golden hour light. And definitely get a shot with that red umbrella contrasting against the leaves. It's the Kaizo-ji shot for many people.
Got it. Good tip. What about parking?
There is free parking, enough for maybe 20 cars or so, which is handy. But just be aware, during peak times, weekends, or peak autumn color season, it can definitely fill up fast. So walking might be less stressful.
Good advice. And finally, just general etiquette.
Just the usual for temples, really. Keep voices low, enjoy the quiet atmosphere, be mindful when taking photos, especially if others are around praying or meditating. Just basic respect for the space and everyone in it. It's amazing how much this relatively small temple packs in the history, the beauty, the
It
spirituality.
really is a special place. So we've taken a deep dive into Kaizo-ji, definitely a highlight here in Kamakura.
Absolutely. From its ancient beginnings and those powerful legends like Genazenji and the Killing Stone.
To the sheer beauty of the flowers and the symbolism of the water features, like that bottomless well.
Yeah, it really offers so much for quiet thought and just, well, appreciation.
We really hope this little guide helps you enjoy your visit, whether you're looking for peace, history, or just some beautiful photos for your Kamakura memories.
And it brings us back to that well, doesn't it? That idea from the Sokunuki no Ai.
Hmm.
If letting go of the broken bucket brought clarity,
Hmm.
it does make you wonder, right? What little attachments, what buckets are we all holding on to in our own lives? And what might happen, what insight might appear if we just allowed them to break?
Hmm. Definitely something to think about on a peaceful walk through Kamakura.
What did you think?
We hope the rest of your stay at Toshi's place will be filled with wonderful memories.